There's just one more target before we strike out at the Emperor. Have you by chance heard of the Gourmet?
You are to obtain that information from Virane. Who the Gourmet really is and where he can be found. Oh, and when you're done with Virane, kill him.
I'll take the secret of the Gourmet's identity to my grave.
That can be arranged.
Now, wait a minute. Let's not get hasty. He's staying at the Nightgate Inn. That's all I know.
You performed your duties to the letter.
There's just one more target before we strike out at the Emperor. Have you by chance heard of the Gourmet? Read his cookbook? It's become quite a phenomenon. The Gourmet is scheduled to cook for the Emperor at a special dinner. You'll kill him, steal his writ of passage, and assume the role of Master Chef. Festus has been spearheading this part of the assassination plan. He's close to uncovering the identity of the Gourmet. You should report to him.
There you are. Took your sweet time dealing with Cicero, eh? Now let's get down to business. Astrid told you about the Gourmet, I hope.
She mentioned that she wanted me to become him?
Quite so. But first, you'll need to learn who he is. Assuming, of course, that the Gourmet actually is a he. Could be a woman, for all we know.
Wait. So you don't even know who we're going after? Great.
Don't be so petulant. In my investigations, I came upon this. It's a copy of the Gourmet's cookbook. But not just any copy. It's signed, you see. Seems to be a message from the Gourmet to one Anton Virane. I've tracked Virane to the keep in Markarth. It would seem he's the cook.
Okay, so this Anton Virane, you think he knows who the Gourmet truly is?
I believe so. Therefore, you are to obtain that information from Virane. Who the Gourmet really is and where he can be found. Oh, and when you're done with Virane, kill him. Loose ends and all that. Next, you'll have to... Are you still paying attention? As I was saying, you'll need to kill the Gourmet, of course. But what's more, you'll need to get his writ of passage, so you can take his place. Oh, and if you can, hide his body. The longer it takes for anyone else to determine his real identity, the better. Now off with you.
What more can you tell me about the Gourmet?
Nobody knows his true identity. Well, nobody except Gaius Morrow, and you've already taken care of him. Well, I do know the Gourmet was classically trained in traditional Breton cuisine in Hereck, so that's where he must have met Anton Virane. In any event, our anonymous chef shares a passion for food with all of Tamriel. And that anonymity will prove the Emperor's undoing.
What do you know about the cookbook?
Uncommon taste. It was published a few years ago and became a sensation throughout the Empire almost overnight. The recipes were hailed as both practical and decadent. I made a few of the Gourmet's dishes myself, actually. His roast mutton with regard berry sauce is to die for. But his chocolate pate gives me the runs.
You believe the Gourmet is in Skyrim right now?
Yes. Gaius Morrow, on orders from his father, arranged for the Gourmet to come to Skyrim months ago, to serve as the Emperor's personal chef. But the Emperor cancelled his journey at the last minute. Morrow was smart. Kept the Gourmet around, in case things changed. And so, the Gourmet has remained in seclusion, somewhere in Skyrim, on indefinite hold. Probably feels like a prisoner. But you'll fix that. Remember, the Markarth Keep. That's where you'll find Anton Virane. Probably cooking up all of the Gourmet's recipes, passing them off as his own.
Let's see if any of the other Dark Brotherhood members have anything interesting that can help us with this quest.
Does death not come to us all? Is it not a certainty? I am therefore honored to be Doom's herald. to play some part in a being's inevitable end.
You have any advice for me on my current contract?
You've been directed to dispose of the Gourmet's body, is that correct? I often find water to be a suitable hiding place. A lake, a pool, the sea.
Hide the body in water. Got it. Babette?
It's been quite a boon, looking like a child. No one ever suspects a thing.
Do you have any advice for me on my current contract?
Yes, don't kill the Gourmet. Oh, I know you have to, but it makes me sad all the same. I love the Gourmet's recipes. The world will soon be a blander, less flavorful place.
Okay, so she
Stay
doesn't...
safe.
She doesn't want him dead. How about Arnbjorn?
There you are. Look, I just wanted to say thanks for coming to find me back in Dawnstar. Crazy Jester finally met his match, am I right?
No problem. You have any information or advice that can help me with my current contract?
The last thing you need is my help. Listener or not, you've proven yourself time and again. To Astrid, to the family, and to me.
Okay, I suppose, but I will be coming to you for help again in the future, so stop being so down on yourself. How about you, Nazir?
So many contracts, so little time.
Any advice on my current contract?
I wouldn't worry too much about this Virane giving you the information you need. Give him a good scare, and he'll squawk like a hag raven. That said, if your attack on Virane is witnessed, those Markarth guards are going to be none too happy.
Watch out for the guards. The target itself won't be a problem. Understood. Are you Anton Virane?
Yes, yes, for the 100th time. I am a Breton. I was born in High Rock, and then I came here. I am not a Richman.
I know who you are, Anton, and I know where you're from.
Who are you? What do you want?
The Gourmet, of course. I need to know who he is, and I need to know where he is.
The Gourmet? Never. I don't know what led you here, but nothing will betray my trust. I'll take the secret of the Gourmet's identity to my grave.
That can be arranged.
The Dark Brotherhood? Now, wait a minute. Let's not get hasty. I mean, surely my friend wouldn't want me to endanger my own life, right? Look, his name is Balagog Gronolob. He's an orc. The Gourmet's an orc. He's staying at the Nightgate Inn. That's all I know. Now you'll let me go, right?
I'm afraid not, Anton. You know, loose ends and all. I'm gonna do a little snooping around here, pick up any items that I don't have, and then we'll catch up on the way to find the Gourmet. What was his name? Golub? Balagog Gronolob. Ugh. Great name. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're here right outside the Nightgate Inn. Wanted to show a couple of different ways of handling this situation. It is currently just afternoon, and the Gourmet is standing on a bridge right outside the Nightgate Inn, overlooking a lake. There are no guards around. He's really easy to take out. I just crouch behind this tree here, get a good shot in on him. And we have essentially completed the task, but there is an optional, which is why this is a good spot. There is an optional to hide the body. So I'm going to come over here, grab the writ of passage that we need, and I don't know if these are unique, if this is a unique outfit, so just in case... I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's not. So, to hide the body from this position, you can grab him and just drag him out of the way, horsey. Drag him into the water. And that gets you the optional. Second option is to head into the inn. Kind of like that hearthfire. Head into the inn and go downstairs.
Come on in.
Into the cellar. he's not here right now because it's afternoon, so he's out on the dock. But if you wait until nighttime, he will come back in. Let's do that. Okay, so he's now back in here. Couple things. We could just kill him straight up. There's no one else down here. It's an empty cellar. It's just him and us. So we could take him out at any time. Now, once you take him out, grab his writ of passage, and put my swords away and daggers. Grab him and drag him. This is a pain, but to get him hidden, drag him behind these casks. Light up the room. And you get the optional done. For the third option, once you get him down into the cellar, have a conversation with him.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can't be of help. I'm just here on holiday.
You've served your last meal, Gourmet.
Gourmet? Why, Oh dear. You're going to kill me now, aren't you?
Yeah. So, once you talk to him, he's going to go and hide behind the barrels. The barrels that you just had to drag him to hide his body. So just kill him there. And you immediately accomplish both the death and the optional. So there's 3 ways to take him down. It's really an easy kill. No problem. Once you have him and you've grabbed his writ of passage, all you need to do is head back to the Dark Brotherhood and speak to Festus. Let's do that now.
So, the prodigal murderer returns. And the gourmet?
Long gone.
So I gathered. It seems a certain orc has disappeared, which means you not only killed the gourmet, but disposed of the body as well. Oh, you've got the writ of passage too, I see. Splendid. Splendid. Ah, and word has come in from Markarth that the keep's cook has met an untimely demise. You performed your duties to the letter.
You would expect any less from me, the listener.
I was wrong about you. I see that now. Maybe we all were. Here's your payment, and a little something else as well, from me. Consider it my way of apologizing for being so damn curmudgeonly. It's called the Night Weaver's Band. I wore this for years. I want you to have it now. It'll give your magic and sneakiness some much-needed oomph. Now, you'd better get a move on and see Astrid. It's time. Time for the final stage of this grand and glorious operation.
I do want to see what this band is he gave us. My sneak is really high, and I don't use destruction or... Well, enchantments cost 10% less, so every time I use an enchantment on my weapons, it's less. That's interesting, but I think moving faster is more important to me right now. So I'm going to leave the Nightweaver's band alone. And we'll probably turn it in at the museum. Speaking of, why don't we do that again to end the episode? For those of you taking off and don't care about the museum, hit the subscribe button on your way out. I appreciate it. It really does help the channel. For those of you interested in staying and seeing how we're doing on the museum, thanks for hanging around. Let's head that way. Oh, why are you guys leaving?
Yes. Lead the way.
I told you to stay up in the room.
How can I help you?
course. Where do we go first? North, south, left,
Hello,
down?
friend.
It doesn't matter. Wherever we go,
Lead
beauty
the
and
way.
adventure await.
I'll take you back up to the room here in a moment. Like, what? Where were you all off to? You're supposed to be upstairs. Whatever. Hopefully, everyone else is still up there. If anybody knows how to get these followers to make a certain home their home so that they stay and don't after a while just leave and go randomly wandering around, let me know. That would be really helpful for me to know. I'd like to leave them upstairs in the safe house, but whenever I leave them somewhere after a couple of days, they just take off, and then I have to find them again, and they're all sorts of places.
I just want to find a good hut.
Okay, we're at 385 displays.
I wonder if they have harps at the Bard's College.
I don't think I found any paintings. I always have trouble finding paintings. Alright. What did we find today? 9 items. Let's see what we got. Okay, so 4 of the 9 are books. The Guard of the Pale stuff. When I got to the inn where we killed the Gourmet, a dragon attack happened. I didn't get that on camera. It was just a random dragon attack. But that dragon ended up killing one of the guards there. So I was able to get 3 pieces of this Guard of the Pale set. Kind of nice. I didn't have to take them out to get it. The Night Weaver's band we just saw, that was a present from Festus. And then the steel crossbow also came off the Guard of the Pale. Alright, that was a pretty good haul. Let's go ahead and drop those off. Yes. And that should... almost 400. Looks like we got another quest over here also. This one looks like it's for the Blood-Worn Helm. I don't know if that's all of them now. I do have the Orin Wants Us to Find quest, like 5 of those, I think. Orin's notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 different Orin's notes, all of them wanting us to find a specific item and bring it back to the museum for display, which is cool. I like doing that. A quick stop. I go to a few different places. One, I go to the library, but that's just to put some books away. But I also usually stop up in the Gallery of Natural Science and make sure that there's no new skins or bones to help me fill it out. I think we're pretty much done here, though. We do still need any in a jar items, which I think there's 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5 total, so we need 4 more of those still. And I'm not positive, but I think once you put the jar here, then the item that's in the jar is visible in this space. I don't see a butterfly, though. I thought that was a thing, but maybe not. Okay. We've got the wolf and the elk. We've got the bear and the saber-tooth. And the horker and the mud crabs. We've got the spider and... Oh, yeah. And the chorus down there. Dog, cow, horse, chicken. So this whole wall is done. Over here we got troll and goat. Both done. This one is the Hagraven and the Spriggan. And the Spriggan's really hard to see, but it's up there behind that tree. I don't know if you can make it out. I only have one dragon. I think
I'm glad
it's
we're
this one. Yeah,
I have
legendary
something for
dragon.
you. Here.
And this is from... I just got randomly attacked by something that happened to give me the answer to that. So we still need Voltherol, Grindine, I don't know. Hortar. There's so many of these. This is 2 dragons on this one. An elder dragon. Like I don't have any of these. I'll double click them just to be sure. Yeah, that's the only dragon we have. But presumably once I have all of these, this whole area is going to be filled with different dragons. Depending on how that's laid out, it could either look really busy or it could look really cool. I'm guessing just from how well they made this mod, it's going to turn out really nice. Progressing down, that's fish. Any fish you get displayed in here. And I haven't done it yet, but this is where you plant food. After our next quest, I'll definitely be bringing some stuff down here to plant, because the poison you use on the Emperor, you get a special root, and I always plant that root and use it to make poisons in the future. You just need mammoth stuff for this. The giant shows up. So the requirement for this display does not require anything from a giant, just mammoths. Over here, the seashells, I've been running, I'll show you my map. I took a loop here and I started running around the outer edge. And somewhere over in here, I also found somebody who sells those things. Clam Diggers Camp. They sell all those. But by the time I had walked all the way around, I had most of them already. So that's how I got so many of these shells. Yeah, so that's the Gallery of Natural Science. Again, if you know any way to keep your followers in your safe house, I'd love to know. I have a bed for them. Here, let me show you. I have all the beds set up. So I'd love to be able to just tell them, hey, this is your new home, and then they stay here. Little glitchy first loading in. There we go. Don't you me. All right. So Inigo, I told him to wait here, and he's waiting here. I haven't made this his home.
What is on your mind?
I could have swore there was an option, make this your home, but I can't find it.
You know where I am. Do not forget about me, please.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 beds here.
It's really great we're friends.
So all 4 of my followers should have a home.
I hope this does the trick.
But they end up leaving. And of course my bed's here. And then over here I've got a place for kids. I think 5 kids. 4. But I haven't actually done any of that yet. So, yeah, let me know. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you in the next one.